Hi, my name is Akshay, and this is. Today I will talk about Kapela, directed by Muhammad Mustafa. It is written by Muhammad Mustafa, Nikhil Wahid, and Sudhas. One major aspect of Kapela that I will explore is its great characterization. There will be spoilers ahead, so if you haven't seen Kapela, go watch it because you're missing something amazing. Let's get to it. This is the premise of Kapela. A young woman gets involved in an over the phone romance with a rickshaw driver and travels to meet him, but an encounter with a stranger derails their meeting. Like any other film, Kapela requires exposition to set up its three pivotal characters: Jesse, Vishnu, and Roy. Exposition is the presentation of background information within the story or narrative. This information is usually about the film's setting, character, or prior events, and this helps us understand the story and characters better. Exposition is tricky to write as you want to explain or reveal information to your audience that is just adequate enough and at the same time engaging. Kapela makes the best use of one of the biggest rules of exposition: show, don't tell. We have better knowledge of a character or setting when we see that character or setting in action. When we first see our protagonist Jessie, she and her friend are coming back from the city after doing some shopping. Through their casual conversation, we find out that Jessie is no longer studying and does not have any strong aim in life. Later in the film, Jessie's father mentions about her failing 12th standard. From these conversations, we can tell that Jessie is unambitious. From the visuals, we can see that she lives in the countryside. Later on, we notice that her mother works as a tailor and her father does farming. Her family's class is emphasized when later in the film they invite a suitor for Jessie, and the suitor's mother does not approve of the alliance due to their social status. From watching all this, we know that Jessie comes from a lower middle class family. Jessie accidentally dials a wrong number when contacting one of her mother's customers. A rickshaw driver named Vishnu picks up her call. She realizes her mistake and disconnects. During a birthday party, he helps her solve riddles on the phone and slowly gains rapport with her. As the days pass, Jessie gets comfortable speaking to Vishnu and the two frequently call each other. They grow to like each other. She becomes close to Vishnu despite the fact that she has never seen him and she has never met him in person. This shows her naivety. Jessie's father is a domineering figure, and you can see that in the way she interacts with him out of fear. In one scene, she even watches him beat her younger sister for traveling back home from school with a boy on his cycle. Jessie's engagement is fixed without her consent, and this pressure compels her to meet Vishnu in person as soon as possible. Jessie tells Vishnu that she wants to see the ocean one day. Being a girl who spent her whole life in a small village in the high range, stuck in a strict household, Jessie wants to meet Vishnu and is willing to travel far to do that. This shows that the protagonist has a strong goal in the story and is willing to go out of her comfort zone to achieve that goal. From all this information, here's what we can tell about Jessie's character. Comes from a low middle class family, gave up studying early, naive, unambitious, yearns for a sense of freedom. Let's examine Vishnu's character. In one scene, we see a group of rickshawalas having a chat. They talk about Vishnu being someone new to the town and knowing a lot of people in a short span of time. A female rickshaw driver gets harassed by her husband as he forcibly takes money from her for alcohol. We see Vishnu concerned but helpless. A passerby asks him for a ride and he passes that ride to the female rickshaw driver. Later in the film, Vishnu gets stopped by a woman whose mother just had a fall. He helps lift her up and take her to the hospital. From these two incidents, we can tell that Vishnu is a caring, selfless person and a good Samaritan. We notice that Vishnu is quite a busy rickshaw driver as he is always shown driving around customers and maintaining good relations with them. There are frequent scenes where a few men from the town gather over carom and drinking in a tiny sports club, and Vishnu is always a part of those gatherings. From this, we can tell that Vishnu is a very social person. Another interesting visual detail: Vishnu even has a red tilak on his forehead always, implying that he is a devout man. From all this information, here's what we can tell about Vishnu's character. New resident in town, sociable, hardworking, religious, a caring, good Samaritan. The characters of Jesse and Vishnu live in different districts, so they plan to meet in a major bus terminal in Kozhikode. Both characters reach the terminal as planned. At this location, a pickpocket gets thrashed by several people there and Vishnu is pushed around in the scuffle, losing his phone. Some passerby picks it up, only to be stopped by a stranger who takes it from him. Enter Roy. When we first see Roy, his action of taking a phone that does not even belong to him makes him a character that cannot be trusted. From the film's midpoint onward, we follow Roy. In one scene, an elderly shopkeeper is harassed by someone. The ruffian starts to vandalize his shop, and Roy, who is present there, retaliates. He throws glass bottles at the ruffian to shoo him off. Few scenes later, Roy is approached by two people from a political party who want to hire him to add to their muscle power. All this shows that Roy is capable of being violent. In another scene, he stops a moving bus just to pick up his cousin in his bike and drop her off at work. This one dramatic action shows that Roy can be daring and insolent too. While dropping his cousin off, he takes away a ring of hers and pawns it for cash. Roy even casually mentions about a lucrative job offer which involves snatching, possibly chain snatching. In another scene, Roy is hanging out in a spot where there is a lot of illegal gambling going on. Roy is seeking a job with difficulty from a placement agency. A friend of his suggests to him to be a pimp in order to get a job from the agency. These little scenes show that Roy may not hesitate to indulge in questionable behavior for the sheer sake of survival. We see him go for an interview at a job placement agency. Unfortunately, his lack of experience blows up his chance of getting a decent job, and he will have to pay the agency a lot of money to better his chances. We even see him sleep in some dingy room, wake up the next day, and head to his friend's place and later roam around with no real aim. From all the time we spent with Roy, here's what we can infer about his character. Violent tendencies, daring and insolent, unemployed slacker, inclined to questionable behavior for achieving his ends if push comes to shove. So now we have all three characters very well set up. We've spent time knowing these three people individually. We are back to the bus stand where Roy's story meets Jesse and Vishnu's story. Exposition also creates suspense, as we now know our characters and we are led to anticipate their possible reactions. To make a long story short, Roy senses something fishy when he realizes that Jesse and Vishnu have never met. He does return Vishnu's phone back to him and Jesse finally gets to meet Vishnu. However, Roy begins to stalk them. Later on, Jesse and Vishnu rent a room in a lodge. She feels uncomfortable when a stranger comes to their room and discusses about her going to Mangalore. The nice guy Vishnu is revealed to be a sex trafficker, and he forces Jesse to stay and holds her hostage. Luckily, Roy tracks Vishnu down, assaults Vishnu, and rescues Jesse. In the final act of the film, we, like Jesse, are surprised at how the roles are flipped. At first, our perception of Vishnu and Roy are of a quintessential good man and bad man, respectively. Later on, that perception is turned on its head, leading to an unforgettable climax. When you put your characters under tremendous pressure, that is when true character is revealed. When Jesse wants to go back home, Vishnu does all his best to stop her, and that's when we get a real sense of who he is. When Roy tracks down Vishnu and attacks him, we know that he is doing it for a girl's safety and he's not just any rowdy guy. Ultimately, the main theme of the film is to not judge a person by first impressions. The characters of Vishnu and Roy clearly demonstrate the theme. Vishnu is presented as an almost perfect man, which is a clear front for the despicable things that he actually does. Roy is not a saint. He is a man who is rough around the edges, but he has his heart in the right place. And he is willing to break bones if it means doing the right thing. The writers have cleverly crafted our perception of these two men. Jessie, being the protagonist, has a tremendous character arc as she realizes how her naivety has landed her in serious trouble. Jessie's emotional journey is shaped by the actions of Vishnu and Roy. Towards the end of the film, Jessie visits the beach and sees the ocean like she always wanted. But her experience is colored by the trauma she faced and the sheer inability to believe her good fortune because of a man like Roy. There's a great detail in the very end where Jessie is back home and is shown to be the owner of a smartphone, something that she always wanted but never had before. And now we can assume that she is a lot more aware of what dangers her smartphone can lead her to if she is not vigilant. Undoubtedly, Anna Ben, Roshan Mathew, and Srinath Bhasi portrayed their respective characters brilliantly. To create memorable characters on screen, one not only needs great actors but great writing as well. All characters have been written with a lot of detail and clarity on the page, which only helps the actors in their performances. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments below. You can follow this channel on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you like this video, please like and share this all around. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.